have you guys tried the new Bud Light Lime?
Super refreshing.
Sounds like a fucking straight up sponsored message.
Every time I drink it, I feel like I'm on the beach in Miami. Never been to Miami, but that's how I imagine it would be like.
That's right.
Welcome to WakuRadio, episode I forgot, but we're here.
Yeah, we forgot. Yeah, it's been so. I think this is actually two, three,
Maybe four? I think this might be the fourth one.
Yeah, probably.
No, we've been just knocking out episodes. You know, we're trying to knock them out. So by the time we have it out for you guys will have a consistent flow of content to watch from us.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of work putting all of this effort into like chopping everything down, because our conversations go for like hours.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of like stupid shit that is so hard to pick out what clips we want to clip things from.
Mm-hmm.
And then making that like a 1 minute video for YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to keep the YouTube Shorts coming. Then you guys can decide if you guys like the shorts better or the full content. And if you do like both, then that's fine. Support us, man. Like and subscribe and hit the notification button. Make sure everybody fucking sees this shit.
Go follow our pages, our personal pages, you know, because there's a lot of work that goes behind this, you know, and, you know, even though we've been talking about having an episode out, you know.
Dude, you know what's crazy? It's that it's almost been like, it's been less than a week, but it feels like we were just literally on that trip, but it feels so far away now that we're back to reality.
Dude, it does. It was like, yeah, it was only been a few days, actually.
Yeah, we got back on Friday.
Yeah.
Right? Today is a Tuesday. I don't know what day it's going to be when we put this out, but dude, it's only been like 4 days, not even.
Dude, what was the crazy part for me was like going from like, you know, the mountains, the woods, the desert, no people around, you know, just the homies and stuff like that. And then coming back, we came back Friday and then I went straight to the club after that night to work. And man, it was just like a trip just seeing. It's just literally 180 of like what we were doing. You know, there's cars everywhere. There's fucking people yelling, blasting music. And I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, it was like a huge environment change, right?
Yeah, I had like almost like resync in myself into like society again. Even though we were gone for that long, but it was just like that period because I had no reception either. So I had no phone with me, no like nothing. Every time I tried to go on social media, it was the same fucking post I saw 3 days ago because nothing else is loaded, which was like a dude. And I'm just like, fuck.
No, that's cool though. Imagine just like you just see this dude's post, like now you just remember, fuck, all I saw was this guy on vacation.
Yeah, it was just embedded in my head. I just put my phone away and I was like, yeah, this is good. I'm done.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, dude, it was a good time though. Just being on those ATVs and the Polaris, the Raptor, and just fucking racing around in the dirt.
Dude, that was dope. And I don't know, it's just like, it was cool. It felt like a kid again. You know, you don't have phone or anything, so you have to like find ways to occupy yourself. So like instead of me just staying home, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go outside a little bit, walk around in the woods or whatever. And then we were, you know, tripping shit.
Hell yeah, tripping balls.
Oh man, that's probably why it made it felt longer. Because like during that trip, it felt like it was like days, but really it was just only a couple hours, right? Mm-hmm. But that trip just made it feel longer. So then like even though we're there,
the trip made the trip feel.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Because if it wasn't for a trip, then that day probably would have went by pretty quick, and we just been like, all right, whatever.
No, but that day was fucking long though. Think about it. Like
day.
all the events that happened in the morning, and then in the afternoon, and then after that, I was just chilling out. Then we were like lights out by like 10 o'clock.
I know. I mean, we were up 4 or 5 in the morning by that time because we had to go hunting first, and that took like a few hours, and then after that we came back, and then we had to go travel to the other destination, and then get settled in over there, and then we took the trip inside the trip, and that felt like it was a long ass trip.
A long ass trip, like a never ending, like, dude, please stop this. Please stop this now.
And by the time Friday came along, like the morning, we're like, dude, I am so ready to go back home.
Yeah.
You know? And I was actually talking to one of the guys in the club about it too. We're like, you know, we're like kind of talking about what's a good amount of time out there, you know, to the point where you're like, where you want to go home. And I think it just depends on how eventful your days are.
I think honestly, any vacation is good. Like max 4 days.
Yeah.
But it has to be like in a very eventful 4 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like if you go anywhere and you're doing a whole bunch of shit, 4 days is a lot of time. Mm-hmm. But even if you drag out your vacation, 4 days is still a lot of fucking time.
Yeah.
Though. Away from like everything that you're already comfortable with. 4 days is a lot of time, dude.
It's a lot for the mind to like take in, you know, because you're in a whole new environment, whole new like scenery and everything, new culture sometimes too, depending where you go. So you gotta absorb into that culture, you know. And you're not trying to be that ignorant guy from America who's like, oh yeah, I'm American, and then everyone's like, oh, that fucking American in another country, you know.
Yeah, because like when we went to Thailand a few years ago, that felt like it went by pretty quick. But we were in a different country for 10 days.
Yeah.
I think the longest feeling of that whole trip was probably the flights back and forth.
Oh yeah, the flights were horribly long. But luckily we could watch movies. But then, dude, my ankles. Did I tell you how fucking fat my ankles were after we got off the plane to Thailand?
Were you? Where was it?
Bro, I had no ankles. It was just a stub because I guess all the blood just got stuck there or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So it got swollen and everything. I was like, yo, what the heck? Like,
And we walked fucking everywhere in Thailand too.
bro, I was like, dude, where you know that ankle bone?
Yeah.
Right? It was gone. It was just it was just a stub, bro.
It's a cankle, bro. Damn.
I was like, yo, I have cankles? What the fuck?
That's true.
Yeah, because it threw me off. I was like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Like, when I first looked at my leg, I was like, yo, what the fuck was going on here? Like, I started panicking because it never happened to me, you know?
I wonder why it's like that.
I think it's just because I was, I can't sit for long periods of time. I'm like an antsy guy.
Yeah.
So the flight, you have no choice but to sit. So I was like, my ankles, my knees were hurting and everything. And I think just the blood just...
It's literally a full day of flying.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like fucking 20 something hours of flying. And like, I cannot, like, the worst thing about traveling on airlines is I cannot shit. Like, even going on vacation, it's one of those travel guts that you get where you're just like, damn, I can't digest shit. Like, should I even eat this food on the airplane? Because, like, I'm probably better off just fasting it. Because, like, if I got a shit, it's not coming out, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you get hungry because you get bored hungry, you know?
Yeah.
So you're like, fuck, maybe I should eat this. And then you're like, I don't know. And then you're fuck, I'm like, for me, I was like, fuck, I'm just going to eat it.
You know what I think is the best thing, though? It's just getting fucking wasted on an airplane. Not, like, to the point where you're, like, throwing up. Because that did happen on the fucking airplane. That got too drunk and then they just fucking threw up and that made the plane like disgusting, bro. Like, do you remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that. That was fucking gross. You know what thing I'm gonna do for next time I have a long flight? I think I'm just gonna take an edible.
That
Because
probably
I can just space out into nothingness, and by the time we get there, I'll probably be sober.
I would probably have a fucking panic attack.
You think so?
Yeah. I cannot do edibles.
Because you're on the car ride back, right? I was like, dude, because we're like, I'm sitting in the middle, so I don't really have anything to view. So dude, I got lit, and I'm just sitting there like, fuck.
What do you mean? On the way back, you had the whole front. You can see the whole front. Of
Yeah, but it's not the
car.
same. I'm looking through people's heads, you know. So I just got high, and then I just
Yeah, that makes sense.
that drive went by so quick because of that. I was like, damn, we're already in Vegas. Fuck. I mean, it's only a 2.5 hour drive anyway. But
yeah, we were only in Arizona, so it wasn't too far.
But even after Thailand, we did so much over there, right? Like after like the 9th day, we're just like, no. For me, it was actually like after like the first week, I was like, dude, I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
because we did a lot.
Yeah, it was
like
a lot.
It's one thing if you go on a vacation and you just sit there and like kind of relax,
like
and
a beach vacation.
Yeah, then you don't do anything. Then I'm sure you can probably enjoy that for a little bit longer. But when you're constantly like, all right, we gotta do this time, we gotta do this at this time. All right, now we gotta eat.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go here and there and bam, bam, and next thing you know, you're like, fuck, the day's gone. I did hella shit, but it's cool.
Yeah,
you know. So
no, yeah. Because like my best vacation trip ever was probably to Jamaica. Mm-hmm. And Jamaica was just fucking amazing because we were there with the whole family, you know what I mean? And it was cool. Like I had my kid with me. It's probably like the only trip I've ever been on where I had my kid. So it was fun to like see his ass like run around and enjoy like this island paradise, right?
Yeah.
And everything was already inclusive in our fucking because in our resort it was all inclusive. So literally like as soon as I woke up, it was like Jamaican coffee, which is like the best fucking coffee ever. They had like these huge espresso machines or these coffee machines, and like literally you just hit a button and this Mountain Blue or Blue Mountain, whatever it's called, the best coffee I've ever had, bro.
For real,
dude. I swear to God, I don't drink coffee with creamer and like sugar like that, but that was the best. Like I'm an all black kind of guy.
Yeah.
And that was like the best coffee I've ever had, dude.
What was it, like the taste or was it the strength of it?
It was just everything, dude. Like just like the fresh, you can taste the freshness of the ground like coffee beans, right? Because they grow it on the island and shit. Mm-hmm. And then just like it was just enough sweetness where it wasn't like Starbucks or like Dutch Bros. You know what I mean? Because that's like a smoothie, right? In the morning.
Yeah.
This was just like perfect amount of sugar, perfect amount of cream. And then it's like, as soon as you're done with that, you go back to the hotel, you take a shit, right? No travel guts there because it's all coffee in the morning. And then you can go to a morning breakfast buffet. Like, it's a buffet open until noon.
Yeah.
So you can eat anything you want. Like, the fruits were there. Amazing, bro.
Was it one of those all-inclusive trips? Like,
Yeah.
you stay on a resort and you'd be like, no matter what you want, like, you can take pretty much because, oh, that's sick.
And then, like, the alcohol was all inclusive, like, all day, every day. As soon as you're done with lunch, start drinking, dude. Like, that's what we did. Like, sometimes we drink before lunch. It'd be like brunch with alcohol, like a mimosa or some shit. Just like, you just woke up an hour ago smoking some weed. You know what I mean? Last night, drink some coffee. You got this morning, like, weird little chill vibe going on because you're, like, sipping on coffee, but then you're still high from the night before. You know what I mean? And then now you're drinking alcohol at like fucking 10 a.m. And then you're going to eat lunch. You know what I mean? And then you go on and do whatever the fuck you want. You go do excursions and stuff like that. We went and saw like waterfalls and all types of shit.
That sounds dope as fuck. Well, how's the weed there? Because, you know, Jamaica's known for like, you know, supposedly known for its weed and everything. Like,
the weed isn't like here in America. It's not medical. You know what I mean? So it's not like super, it gets you fucking hot. Like here, you know, motherfuckers like, eat an edible, get freaked out.
Yeah, you gotta
like, call the paramedics and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta call the paramedics to come and pick your ass up because you're like, I'm gonna fucking die. In Jamaica, the weed is like naturally grown, so it's kind of like a lot of people will say like, dude, Jamaican weed sucks, right? Because you're used to American weed, and that shit's like such a high and potent level of weed. You know what I mean? Like the THC levels are just too out there now.
Yeah.
So Jamaica weed is like grass, if anything. It's just low quality shit because it's naturally grown. But it's enough for like someone like me who doesn't smoke a lot of weed all the time. It's just perfect to chill on.
So it's like a really chill vibe there, weed, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like it grows in people's fucking yards and shit. Like, I swear to God, you go down to the beach, you go to a supermarket, you go anywhere, as soon as they be like, hey, man, you want some trees? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh shit, everybody's got some weed. The waiters, the waitresses, they all got weed, dude.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, everybody's trying to make some extra money selling some weed.
Was it expensive there, or was it pretty cheap as far as like
cool.
everything?
I mean, because it's all inclusive, like, you know, the food and like the alcohol was all included. So you just drink before you go out, eat before you go out, eat when you get back. So, I mean, it's not too bad when you go out into like, because like we went to Bob Marley's dispensary, and that was cool. He has like a whole dispensary there, and you can basically get his own type of, you can get his like branded weed, I guess, and it's kind of expensive, but whatever. And then there was like a lot of Jamaican jerk chicken places. Like if you go more into the island, which is kind of like sketchy if you're not like a local, so which we kind of avoided that. We went to like some of the markets and stuff and like that. That was cool. It was kind of cheap and stuff, but
Do you have like some guides and stuff like that?
yeah, we had a couple guys. Dude, they drive like crazy fuckers out there.
Worse than Thailand?
Way worse, dude. We were all in this old little van bus. We all thought we were gonna fucking die. This dude's racing down the hill, these dirt roads, going crazy fast, dude. And like, you know, like we had older people with us. Like my mom was with me, and then like the in-laws and stuff like that. They were with us. My brother's in-laws, and then fucking dude, they were all freaking out. There's a bunch of Chinese people and shit, so they're all like, "Oh my god, you don't stop! You drive too crazy!"
Like every Asian mom.
Yeah.
You're going 5 over speed limit. Slow down! You're going too fast.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Mom, I'm only going 5 over speed limit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. We had a good fucking time out there, though. It was cool, man.
So you know, we traveled a little bit here and there, and like I think one thing that every person should do when they go out and like travel someplace new is get some type of guide, you know? Get some type of guide that'll show you this place, and like, you know, get you so you understand how they live a little bit, so you can kind of like relate to it.
It's expensive to do that, but it's totally worth it because they're a local. You know what I mean? And their job is not to fucking bail on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if they bail on you, dude, you're fucked.
Horrible Yelp review.
Especially like if it's like some type of slums or some shit, you know, like if we were to go down to Mexico and not know anything, no one knew how to speak Spanish, and we just walked into the wrong territory, or like Colombia, or like even parts of Thailand and Asia, dude, like Vietnam, like they'll probably rob you. You know what I mean? They'll snatch your shit if you're in the wrong territory. It's crazy.
It's pretty wild out there. Yeah, I think it's better to get a guide. Just you're safer that way. You get to know the area a little bit better, and then you know they can teach you some of their culture and like routines and stuff like that. Like even when we went hunting, man, can you imagine if we just went there without no guide?
Yeah, we'd be fucking screwed. Man. We wouldn't even know what the fuck where to start. Like, where do we search?
Like, what if he just went to the very front of the gate where we get into that ranch part, and he just like, all right, guys, good luck.
Like, wait, so where do we go?
Yeah, like, there's a pond there, but other than that, good luck, find a pig.
Yeah, like,
and then the part where the buffalo was there, you know, if the guide wasn't there, we probably tried to do some dumb shit with the buffalo.
That fucker would have killed us. But you know, he's probably there to protect his shit too. He doesn't want us to just kill everything.
No, it's true, but it was a thought that went through my head. Like, damn.
Yeah, she was a fucking bitch too. That buffalo,
dude. She watched us the whole time. Even after we killed the pig. It was
I thought that fucking bitch was gonna charge at us, bro. Like, seriously, like every taunt was like every time she saw us, it was like a taunt. And, like, she started doing this like fucking.
Dude, she was looking at us with her head like this.
Yeah, like, come at me.
Like, what up, fool?
Yeah, like, come at me.
What up, fool? You want some? Come on.
Seriously.
Fuck you up. Like, literally, that's like the vibe I got from the fucking buffalo.
Seriously, dude. I was like, oh my God. But that was a pretty ass bull, though, bro. Or a buffalo. Yeah, I would have loved to take that fucker's skull home for sure.
That one, I for sure would have probably got a taxidermy or something like that.
100%.
Yeah. Like, get the head on the wall, but a pig, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, no. Why'd
you get a pig?
Yeah.
Actually, a pig hoof would have been pretty cool.
Just like the hoof?
Yeah, just the hoof of the pig, you know? You think it's like good luck, like, you know, rabbit's foot?
Oh, kind of like fucking make a chain out of it or something, like all 4 hooves. Yeah. Maybe like some teeth and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Some gangster shit, you know? Or just hang on the bottom of my car in the back.
Just to let people fucking know not to fuck with you.
Yeah, like, just don't pull me over.
Because you slaughter pigs. Yeah. Speaking of slaughtering pigs, are you keeping up with what's going on with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? He's slaughtering that pig.
A little bit. I kept track with it. I watched a few things. It's more like, it's just Johnny Depp's demeanor and the way he talks is kind of entertaining, you know? Mm-hmm. Do you follow up with anything of it?
I just watched a couple of videos like throughout the week, you know, because it comes up on like my social media and stuff like that. But
dude, she's a toxic bitch.
Have you noticed he doesn't even look at her in the face?
Well, they actually mentioned it. I saw a video about it today, actually. So the reason he never looks at her in the face is because he told her, I guess they had an audio recording of it or something like that. But she's basically said, "You will never see my eyes ever again."
What? Why?
Because they got in an argument or something like that. It was like it was like over a phone call or a recording or something like that. And he basically said, like, "You will never see my eyes ever again." So that's why he doesn't want to make eye contact with her.
Oh, I thought it's because he was like an introvert or
no,
something.
he told her, like, "You will never see my eyes again."
That's fucking crazy.
And then that's why he's committing to it the whole time. Like, he's not making a single eye contact with her.
But that's also really cool that he's sticking to his word because of that. Because like, dude, like, I'm so sure it hurts a woman if you don't look at them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's all a woman really has naturally is her beauty, right? Mm-hmm. That's just how everything has been kind of created. Instead, like, think about it. Everything that's going on for women, it's all about beauty, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if Johnny Depp, someone that she actually cares for and loves, doesn't even look at her, fuck.
Do you think Johnny Depp loves her still? I don't know. After everything that she put him through and literally ruining his life with these accusations and everything.
Yeah, but I see the whole thing is like the hottest fire always ends the coldest. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if they're passionately like in love with each other, of course they probably still have a little bit going on. Yeah, eventually it will turn into like fucking just pure hate. You know what I mean? Because that's just how it is naturally. Yeah. That's why like you don't see a lot of people like being friends after they fall out of love or a relationship, right?
Yeah, it's usually the guy that tries to be a friend still. Like the simpy guys, you know what I'm talking about? They're like, "Oh, we can still be friends." And then, you know, the secret, they're just like trying to wait for their turn in line again. And they're just constantly waiting forever. And then they become the best friend. And then they get getting hurt more because they're like watching the girl that they love is with another man.
Do you think that's like in some sort of toxic relationship, toxic personality wise? Because like to me, like if you're going to break up with somebody and not have that love for them and you can't fix your problems right then and there, isn't that like almost like being toxic in a way? Like, oh, I'm going to wait until she comes back to me. It's almost kind of creepy, right?
It's like, it's creepy, but you're also like being toxic to yourself almost. Because like you're like, you know, like you have this glimmer of hope in your head. Like you think something's going to come out of it, but in reality, nothing comes out of it. And you just keep hurting yourself more and more. And then you're not trying to get to that point where you're like, you know, like you're still trying to be happy for her because you're still like, oh yeah, you know, like positive, like, oh yeah, that's fine, you know, don't worry, you know, I'll be here for you, you know.
I think they're just being fucking betas, and this is what I got for them.
Be a man. Be a man. Do the right thing.
Be a man.
Let that bitch go.
I think so. I think you should. You know, there's a point where you should just let go and go live your best life.
Because like the whole thing is like, when you're holding on to somebody and you want them to come back, it's almost like there's none of that disconnect, right? Like you're not getting that closure. And it's almost toxic because like as soon as something good happens to like that person, like I'm sure we've all been in that toxic relationship where it's like, as soon as like, okay, you're over her, right? And then she's like trying to pull you back in because now she sees another girl trying to get into the picture. So then she comes back to you, but she was being a bitch the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp when he finds another woman. When he finds like another woman that makes him happy, she's going to try and jump in and do something again after this case.
Possibly. Depends how this case plays out, you know?
Dude, Johnny Depp is fucking winning.
Oh, he is definitely winning.
Yeah.
But I still think there's like certain ways it could play out. Not really 100% sure, but I think depending on like maybe he could get a restraining order or something out of that, you know?
What do you think? Where do you think Elon Musk fits into this? Because I just on the court thing today, I just saw it was all about how I don't know what her name is, but I think she was like his lawyer or something. She was like grilling the shit out of Amber Heard and saying like, you said that you were gonna give up your $7 million to charities and you didn't even pay like any money into charity, and you haven't even donated or like gave any money to the charity like at 3.5. You haven't even gotten to 3.5 million yet. And then she was like, oh, I was only saying that I was going to give, you know what I mean? I was only like putting that up.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was going to do it. Right. But I was putting it out there. Like I'm going to do it.
That's a toxic ass bitch right there.
Right. That's like
hella toxic. Like if you're saying, you know, if you're gonna get this certain amount of money and then you're kind of saying, oh, I'm going to donate it. So it makes people feel like, oh, you know, maybe she should get this money because she's going to do some great things with it, you know, whatever. And the next thing you know, you keep it. That's a chick that you can't trust, you know?
It's funny because I think women are so entitled, right? Because like they want a man who sticks to his word. But when we come back and we try to flip that shit and be like, why don't you stick to your word? They can't keep their fucking word either.
No, exactly.
But they absolutely 100% want you to stick to your word. And sometimes those things don't happen, right? In this case, I think it's fucked up because she told like the public that she was going to give that money to fucking charity and shit. And then she ended up not giving anything, not even half of it to charity.
I think from what I heard, she only gave like, what, a couple thousand or something like that?
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean, she's
she's
not a fucking A-lister, bro.
No, not at all. But man, hey, what would you do if you're dating a chick and she took a shit on your bed?
I'd probably put her fucking face in it. I'd be like, bitch, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Like how fucked in the head you have to be to want to take a shit on another person's bed, aka your lover, and it wasn't like a kink thing. It's just like, here, let me just pop a shit on it.
I can't believe people have that kink, by the way. The scat kink, that's fucking weird.
It's disgusting.
But like, I would treat her like, I don't want to be fucking like toxic or anything, but I'd probably put her fucking face in it like a dog. You know, like a dog shits on the fucking floor in your house. You're like, what are you doing?
And then spank her after that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
bad dog, bad.
Yeah, you just tell them like, dude, you can't do that in the house. Take that shit outside, and then you like teach them like how to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe she just need to be properly trained or something.
Maybe what if she's doing all this shit because she wants someone to be more dominant?
And you're saying like Johnny Depp's a little bit on the like
Johnny Depp doesn't seem like he's a man. Don't get me wrong. Like
right.
he's like,
right.
But I don't see him as like a dominant like. Bitch, sit your ass down. Shut the fuck up. Like
a Jason Momoa,
yeah,
or like Leo.
Like he's not. I don't feel like he's the type that would like choke a bitch and like slap her while they're having sex. You know.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
You think he's the one getting dominated?
No, I don't think he's the one getting dominated. I think he's just more like. I mean, he's older too now.
But here's the thing, though. He's an introvert, so maybe he is a little bit more on the submissive side, right? But I didn't see that from Will Smith. I thought he was the power play in the fucking relationship. What I think it is that these guys are getting somehow tricked into being in relationships with these women And then they're just so busy, right? That they're getting support from their women, their wives, or whatever it is. And then she has the ability to start putting her fucking foot down because they're like, no, I'm important in this relationship too. And it's like, dude, it's fucking Johnny Depp. It's fucking Will Smith. They can have any woman they want because they're super fucking wealthy. They're extremely famous. They're literally at the top of the fucking food chain. And I feel like in order for a woman to be with them, she somewhat needs to be extremely toxic in a way in order to control that mindset of a man.
I can see that. I kind of see that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it takes a strong woman to be with a man who's that successful. But also, for a man who's that successful, his first instinct isn't probably to be focused on like where the relationship is currently. Because the women are always going to try and trap their man, right? Yeah. They're going to try to lock him down because they're like, dude, naturally, I want the highest paying, the most famous, you know, the tribe leader. They want the tribe leader, the alpha male of the tribe. Yeah. Right? But that alpha male just didn't know how to become a fucking alpha male because they're getting tricked into it. So I feel like sometimes these women become toxic over time because they're like, how do I keep my man? Because all these women want to fucking take him away from me. My solution for that is to be like, just fuck them together. True. Right? Like if this woman wants, if another woman wants to fuck your man, just fucking do it together. It's like Genghis Khan, bro. Genghis Khan and most of the emperors back in the day. Yeah. Their queens would bring girls to them and she would hand select every girl. If she didn't feel the girl was worthy enough to pleasure her man, she goes.
Yo, that's pretty G.
That's fucking Genghis Khan, bro. That's why he is literally the number one. Like they were saying, like 5% of people are in the entire world are still related or have a bloodline connected to Genghis Khan. 5%, dude. That's a lot of fucking people.
That is a lot of people, for real. Damn, that's G right there.
I want to get tatted with Genghis Khan on my fucking arm, dude.
Yo, we should make that a term. That's Genghis Khan,
dude. That's Khan, bro.
That's Khan. That's Khan right
there. That's Genghis Khan.
Well, I mean, like, I have a friend that has like a relationship like that. The one who's like into polygamy and stuff. Like he'll do, you know, he's working and stuff like that. But like he'll tell me stories. Like he'll come home, and his girl brought another girl over, and they're already starting to have fun.
Fuck yeah, that's sick.
And it's like it's mostly him and her, you know, together. And I guess but yeah, he'll be like, dude, look who she brought over last night, or look who I did last night, blah blah. And there's always like pictures and videos of like them fucking the chick together, or the chick eating her out, or whatever, vice versa.
That's fucking dope.
Like, that's pretty gangster right there. Like fuck.
That's my theory on how to solve that issue, because like I just look at like all the kings and emperors, and that's what their queens did for them, man. And that's how they were rolling for so long. You know what I mean? Because she knew as a queen that my man needs to be powered, and I can't take care of all of his needs. So I'll take care of the most important needs and have the peasants or the girls that are young and beautiful take care of those needs, so he doesn't run off and seek some younger pussy, right? Some fresher pussy, because I'm still the fucking boss, which is almost like, I guess it's instinctual for women to feel like that because like they're threatened in a way, so they have to like claw their way into it. But I think that's a smarter way to play it than being like, well,
I mean, it definitely makes sense. I mean, think about it too. Like, I mean, we're guys, you know, we have our needs, and, you know, our testosterone is usually pretty high and stuff like that. So like for us to fuck a woman, it's really nothing.
It is nothing.
Like, it's like me taking a walk outside in a park or something. Like, it's cool, but I'm not going to be like, damn, you know, like, you know, whatever. But like when a woman does something behind a man's back, you know, she's usually like pre-planned this and like thought about it, you know. It's not something that's like usually off the whim, right? Something's wrong with the relationships that she's in. But for us guys, like, yo, I'm gonna fuck this thing, and like literally there's chicks I fucked that I don't remember their name, the way they look, or anything. Just, and it sounds horrible when I say it this way, but it's literally me just trying to bust a nut. It's like either I'm gonna go home and use my hand, or I'm gonna use this woman and have a good time with her and show her a good time, and then we're gonna go our separate ways, and I most likely never want to hear from you again, you know, type of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then going back to this, like what you're saying about the queens and queens, it makes sense because now the woman, she has the power now.
Yeah,
she's like, I'm gonna give my man this woman and guarantee he's not gonna fall in love with her because I'm just making sure he's gonna fuck her and that's it.
Yeah. No, and I 100% agree with that because going back to what you're saying, women are more emotional, and when it comes to them cheating, it's an emotional thing, right? It's something that they've like fucking drilled in their head, like, oh, I'm distressed, I'm super frustrated, blah blah blah. I'm gonna fucking do it, and then that becomes like more heartbreaking because you're like, damn, girl, you cheated on me. That hurts.
Yeah.
All I was trying to do was stick it in real quick and bounce. Like, I'm gonna still come home and love you, right? Like,
For real. You're still gonna be there taking care of her and you know, do all these stuff and protecting her. There's other bitches you're not gonna try to do that shit.
Yeah, because men's love is more, well, when men cheat is more physical versus a woman is more emotional. So it's more damaging that way. It really fucks up the relationship.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, with the whole like toxic women and stuff like that, you know, like I feel like a lot of women start like maybe, I don't know the whole situation with Amber Heard, but maybe like maybe they did something in the relationship or they're not happy about it, so they're trying to turn it around and make it seem like the guy is the bad guy, you know?
Like she's playing a victim in a way?
Yeah, like in a victim in a way. Like, for example, I think Fresh and Fit are going through something like currently with, I don't know when it happened, like last week or this week or whatever. But basically this one chick, she went on another podcast and started like saying, oh, this guy's a creep. I went on a date with him and he was just trying to talk to me and stuff like this.
Wait, which one? Fresh or Fit?
Fresh. I think she was talking to Fresh, and she was like saying, oh, you know, he was being a creep and he just kept bothering me, kept sending me messages and everything. And then they somehow meet up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Like she showed up at his house type of thing?
Like, I guess they were texting each other, and like Fresh showed a text message and it said like, look, she's texting me back. We're having a full on conversation. Oh. This is not just me trying to message her and her not replying back. And one of the messages I read was like, oh, the club closes in 20 minutes. And she's like, oh, man, we can just go out to eat somewhere. And that was like 4 o'clock in the morning when she mentioned this, you know?
Yeah, so like, she's playing a victim, right?
Yeah, now she's playing the victim card, saying he's a, like, so basically, I guess they went out at 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. They went back to her place or his place, and they started hanging out, and, you know, and she started putting on his hoodie and stuff like that. And then when he wanted to have sex, I guess she said no eventually at one point. Yeah. And then he was like, all right, you can leave. Yeah. And she was like, oh, well, you're not going to like gave me an Uber home or something like that. And they only lived like an hour away. No, like a mile away. Sorry, it was a mile away. Yeah, yeah. And she was like, oh, they left me stranded there because I didn't want to sleep with him and stuff like this. And she went on a public, what was the podcast? H3?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. And now she's turning the world around him and saying it's like, oh, he's just this piece of shit type of guy.
You know what's funny is like when women start getting like this, they become the victim and then they become aggressive, right? Mm-hmm. And then when it's like to protect their fucking reputation from society. Yeah. Instead of being like, I'm not a whore or whatever. And then they start like putting the blame on like, oh, he fucking, next thing you know, it's probably going to be like a rape accusation. Yeah, exactly. Or something, you know what I mean? Because that's what happens when you're toxic and you have you have that toxic femininity. Mm-hmm. It's like victim playing, aggression, and it's all because it stems back to like trying to save their reputation.
Yeah. And now her reputation is going to trash because they came on and started proving themselves like, look, there's message between both of us, blah, blah. Oh, she only lives a mile away, so there's no way I left her stranded type thing, you know?
1 mile.
Yeah, 1 mile. I mean, come on. And like, it was just like, why would you go to a man's house at 5 o'clock in the morning and, you know, what do you expect's going to happen?
Dude, I wonder, do you think they have those scooters? You know, those scooters that you can just like...
They might.
Like you could, like in California, they have them where you just charge it to your card or whatever.
They might.
You can take that shit home a mile. That's like fucking you can 5-10 minutes.
You can walk it.
Well, I'm just saying, like she could just do the scooter thing or a bike or something.
Or just order an Uber. A mile long Uber is not going to cost you that much.
That's what I'm saying. If she was saying she didn't have her phone, that'd be a whole nother thing. But like, come on, dude, you have like mobile banking and shit. Like,
who doesn't have their bank account on their phone? Yeah. I mean, come on. You know, there's fucking Cash App, there's Zelle, there's a whole bunch of shit, you know? So it's like these women, they just, I think they just get to this point where they want to protect their purity in a way. And
I think it's reputation.
Yeah, their reputation. But I think their reputation is linked to their purity, you know? Because
because you don't want to be a whore, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, Fresh and Fit doesn't have the best reputation, right?
Right.
So, I mean...
I see what you're talking about.
So you see what I'm saying?
Big audience.
Yeah, they have a big audience and they don't have the best reputation, you know? amongst some people. But then like now you're saying, oh, you went over to his house, and now you're trying to like, oh, well, but I didn't, you know, like even though you were into him, you know, or whatever, maybe you're just trying to now turn around so other people see you as into them, you know, you know, like, oh yeah, no, he was just a piece of shit being creep and everything. But they pretty much proved it. Like,
yeah, when you got the evidence, man,
Yeah.
that you're fucked.
no,
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a toxic femininity thing. It's like something that we're currently seeing in our fucking events right now.
Yeah,
like on
a
social
lot.
media. Amber Heard, fucking Jada, fucking this whole fresh and fit thing. And I'm sure there's 1,000 other things that's going on.
oh, dude, it's everywhere, man. I mean, I see this shit like all the time working at the club, you know?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like we'll have like, you know, women that have, you know, don't get me wrong, not every woman that comes to the club is like this. We meet ones that are like, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend, I can't do this.
That's good.
And we still try to convince them, like, hey, come on, it's just window shopping, you know?
But that's
But
yeah.
it shows what guys will do too, you know? Like guys, like when I'm in the zone, I'm gonna try to pull whatever I want out of it, you know?
Yeah.
But like,
You got to make your money.
yeah, you gotta make my money and stuff like that. But like we have girls that are like, oh, you know, like they won't even tell me they're in a married or they're in a relationship, and you know they want to hook up and stuff like that. And later down the road, I find out that they're married or they have a boyfriend because, you know, I get curious. I'm like, is this bitch single or what's going on with her? You know, like, you know, because I'm genuinely just curious, like if you know if this is trying to go somewhere else or is this a fling type thing, you know? So I'd be looking. Next thing I know, I find out that they're married or they have boyfriends or their kids or
Damn, that's
they're maybe their grandparents, you know, who knows, you know? But I'm just like, what the fuck? You know, I had like, dude, this one time when I first started working, dude, I remember this chick, she came to the club.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. When I first started working, there was this one chick, she got married, or it was her bachelor party, right? And I remember we were just talking and she was like, oh, you want to come over to my place? You know, blah, blah. We're having a little get together. I think she had an Airbnb with a pool. So she was like, oh, you want to come over and have a swim and whatever? I'm like, yeah, cool. I'll come over and have a swim, you know? And it was all her friends too. So I thought it was just gonna be like a thing where we just go out and like, you know, hang out, have a few drinks and whatever, you know? Right. So we go out over there and I come over to her place and she goes, hey, you know, so I know I'm about to get married and everything, but I've never slept with an Asian man before. Oh, shit. Yeah, and I'm just like, really? You know, so back then I wasn't getting that much pussy, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little how do I put it?
Oh, you beta?
Yeah, I want to say I
You were scared, homie?
Yeah, I was scared, you know. So I was like, gay. No, I wasn't. I just wasn't getting pussy. I mean, you know, I wasn't getting that much pussy. I was kind of like, you know, compared to what I'm getting now, you know, it's not like how it was back then.
Yeah,
I was still getting comfortable and being more open to this shit and being more comfortable with myself, to be honest, because I was more shy about myself. But I ended up sleeping with her, you know.
Yeah.
But I was like, but after that, I was like, damn, this bitch literally is about to get married in a few days. One of her bucket list things was to sleep with me because she never slept with an Asian dude, you know?
Damn.
Pretty fucking toxic, you know? I mean, it happens all the fucking time. Like, I remember this one other chick I was talking to, and I found out she had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend actually reached out to me and was like, hey, are you talking to my girl and type stuff? And I was like, yeah, you know, blah, blah. And I didn't know, yada, yada. And then after I told her, like, oh, we should cut this off because, you know, your boyfriend reached out to me. Like, a few days later, she hit me up. It's like, hey, you wanna continue this? I want to be toxic. She literally said she wants to be toxic.
That's fucked up.
I mean, she's a cool chick. Don't get me wrong.
No, I get
she
that,
legitimately wanted. She's like, I want to be toxic, and I'm like, I can't do this. This is really weird.
Yeah, no, that's fucked
Like,
up.
once the other dude hits you up, it's just
Man,
weird.
she belongs to the streets,
Yeah.
homie. God damn.
But shit like that happens all the time. Like, I know this other guy that worked at our club. He told me that the husband showed up at his front door.
No.
And was crying and stuff like this.
Oh.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like, dude, like, you know, everyone wants to portray like
He showed up and he was like,
hello, motherfucker.
and it was more like, oh, motherfucker. Are you the one that fucked my wife? Yo, the balls to go up there. And then my friend was telling me, he's like, dude, I didn't know what the fuck was going to come out of that situation. I didn't know if this guy's going to kill me or what.
Yeah.
But they end up talking it out or whatever and becoming whatever. But
damn,
dude,
that's crazy, man.
it's like the world wants to portray like,
dude, hold on. What would you do if someone showed up at your fucking door and was like, "Hey, motherfucker, you fucked my wife," what would you do? Who do you think that would be on? Do you think that would be on the wife, or do you think that would be on him?
Wait, like I'm the dude that fucked the wife.
Yeah, you're the bull in this relationship.
And the husband comes to me and says, "You fucked my wife."
Yeah.
Would I think it's my fault?
No. Would you think it's the husband's fault? Like, if you were to like look deeply into their relationship, would it be like, "Hey, dude, you shouldn't have let your wife go to Vegas by herself and her fucking slutty friends"?
I feel like in that situation it has both parties to play with. You know, the female and the male, the husband and the wife. Maybe the husband's not providing something in their relationship where the woman feels like she's lacking. You know, maybe he's not fucking her normally, because we hear all this all the time. Where like, you know, you get in a relationship and sex drops
100%.
drastically. You know,
Yeah.
especially after you guys move in each other. So I imagine the moment you guys get married, that shit even drops even more.
Hell, there's actually a research study on this.
Yeah, so you can find this shit up on there, and I feel like what kind of happens, like, you know, we all have our needs, you know, just like I want to fuck, women want to get fucked, you know. And it's the same thing. And if you're the husband, you're not providing this shit to her, you know, she's gonna want to go look somewhere else for it, you know.
That's true.
For the, you know, so I think there's both parties to play with it. Like, it's the man's fault in like the relationship portion, not providing what he needs to provide, but it's also the female's fault for allowing to happen, you know.
Yeah.
Because the female needs to also, you know, be responsible. She's the one that opened her legs for another man.
I don't know. You know, here's my theory on it, right? Here's my theory. My theory is that, number one, if you want a loyal girl, you got to keep her loyal.
Yeah.
Because if she has, dude, let's be honest. How easy is it for a girl's friends that are single to manipulate her and be like, "Come on, girl"? Because like girls' nights are way worse than boys' nights. Most boys' nights is like dudes staying inside playing Call of Duty. Like, girls think like guys are going out and hitting the strip clubs and shit.
I mean, even if the guys go out to score some pussy, let's be honest, how many actually score some pussy?
Yeah, I mean, like, just the numbers, the studies that are on Tinder for like women of like all ages and size and looks and their ability to get men and have such a larger sexual preference. Yeah. Right? Women's options are much larger.
Oh, definitely.
Of the pool on Tinder or any dating site versus like a man's option where it's like tiny. And even if you're like top 10, you're a 10 out of 10 dude. Yeah. Your options are still fucking tiny compared to a girl who is like overweight and like not that attractive.
Oh, of course, easily. I mean, I go out and I'm a decent looking guy, you know? And even when I go out for a particular reason, go hunting, I don't score all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I probably break it down to less than 50% of the time I score.
Damn.
But you know, I go out a lot.
That's still a good fucking number, though.
It's still a good number, but
two out of one, you're getting one.
Yeah, but it's still like there's weekends, there's days I go out and I get nothing. I'm trying, you know, but I'm guaranteed. And then how you were saying, like when a girl goes out, she can literally choose a dude to fuck her that night.
Yeah. So like what I'm saying is like women can fuck anyone and anybody that they want because they have that huge option, right? Yeah. But men, the only thing men have is to choose who they marry.
No, it's facts.
Right?
Definitely.
So, but here's my other theory, though. If a woman has full control over you and you're not able to like bite back in a sense, like you're not able to stand your ground, kind of like Johnny Depp, kind of like Will Smith, they'll walk fucking all over you.
Oh, easily. I mean, I feel like what actually happens in that relationship is they'll kind of test you a little bit, test how like, you know, alpha or manly you are, because I feel like that's just what women kind of do naturally. They just try to test your masculinity for some reason. And if you don't put it in check, it's going to get further and further till you become beta and they're basically running your life. And then you're like, fuck my life. And you're unhappy and miserable. And the whole thing where like happy wife, happy life comes into your head. You're like,
fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, I gotta keep making her happier because she's mad, so I'm not doing anything right. No, fuck that.
Fuck that, dude. How many times has happy wife, happy life actually worked out? Usually the men are fucking unhappy as fuck. The women become more unhappy the longer it goes, right? Yeah. If a man has a control of the relationship, things work out.
Oh, easily.
it just makes sense because women, their plans and everything they do and dictate of their life is all emotional based. It's all how they feel that day. A man is like, I feel like shit today, but you know what? If I keep going and sticking to this plan, 10 years, 20 years from now, it's going to make sense.
Yeah.
And it usually does, right? So,
You know, a woman, she wants a man, one that takes charge, leads, protects her, and does all these things, you know? So, like, if a woman starts testing you a little bit and then she finds out she can control you, she's going to lose respect for you. And out of a lot of the relationships I see happening or like around me from friends and everything, like a lot of them are not happy because they give the woman too much power.
Too much power.
Yeah.
So here's the thing though, right? This is what I've learned. I don't know how, you said you went out and hunting a lot, and I know you usually do, right? You run a fucking stag night and shit.
Yeah.
But when I was doing like the whole pickup thing, attraction shit, I learned this one thing. Girls will always give you the shit test because they don't want to deal with somebody that they can fucking walk all over. But sometimes when girls don't have fucking options, they find the best that they can, potentials, right? And they try to change man. And they damn know well that is not going to fucking change anything, but they still have that hope in their brain that they can change a fucking man. Right? And if they do end up changing him, they fucking walk all over him. Right? And then that's what happens to Will Smith, Johnny Depp. But Johnny Depp, I think, got his fucking balls back. That's what happened.
No, of course he did because he wants his life back. Like I said, Johnny Depp's a man. He's not like a little simp. I don't think he is.
Because the first time he lost the case, right?
Yeah.
The first case he lost from Amber Heard.
Yeah, that's what
and then now it's his lawsuit coming back and it's like, fuck that. I'm suing you for defamation because you ruined my life.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he took the loss like a man. He just was like, whatever. But he needs to make his livelihood too, you know? But yeah, I mean, you know, and you know what I seen happen too a lot over quarantine, COVID, when we're on lockdown and stuff, a lot of people get into relationships because that was just the best thing.
Comfortable.
Yeah, it was comfortable. It was right there at the moment, you know, we didn't know what was going on when it first happened. So people were like, well, the world's going to shit and I'm with you. So might as well see what happens, you know? And they don't really like test or vet the woman, or the woman doesn't test or vet the man. And next thing you know, they're stuck with each other for this amount of time. And then they're like, well, fuck, this shit ain't working. I don't know why I picked you because I'm not happy now, you know, or the guy's not happy, the woman's not happy, you know.
Dude, there was so many fucking divorces that needed to be filed. There's so many murders and domestic violent cases that happened during that fucking time. And it wasn't all from men hitting women.
No.
It was a lot of the other way around too, just unreported, right? But here's my theory is if you made it through COVID and you weren't in like a fresh relationship, if you were like together for a while and then you made it through COVID, that's a strong relationship. Because motherfucker, you put two people in the same room all day, every fucking day, every hour, and they don't kill each other, that's a strong relationship.
No, it's true.
Have you ever heard of the theory of like taking a girl out on a vacation early in the relationship?
No, I haven't.
So like back in the day, it was like this whole theory that went through like our group, right? Oh yeah, like things are getting kind of serious. I think I'm gonna take her out on a trip. Oh shit, you're gonna take her on the trip? Like, dude, it's kind of like you're not 100% sure you're gonna commit. He's like, yeah, dude, you know. So you take him on a trip, and you see like if she drives you fucking nuts on that trip, as soon as the trip is over, cut him off because you can't fucking deal with them. So it was like a long trip during this COVID thing. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you can deal with the girl during COVID for like a year and a half that we were really hardcore lockdown, you made it through, man.
Well, that's another thing too. Like I've realized too, and that's what I kind of implement in my life. Like there's one thing between me just smashing and quitting it or whatever. But if I see like a girl that has potential, like you don't really know someone, you know, like I feel like you shouldn't take a relationship serious until like you see what it's like to live with them, you know, because until you live with them, you don't know what the person's really like. You know, and when I'm talking about, you don't even have to live with them. Have multiple days just being stuck with them.
No, that's true.
Like a week or something, or 4 or 5 days, you know, just be stuck with them for 4 or 5 days and just see how their habits are. Like, can you live with their habits, you know? Because there's so many times where I've been with a girl and like we're starting to date and everything. I'm like, oh, this bitch is really cool, you know, whatever. Maybe just go somewhere else. And next thing you know, we start spending more time at each other's places. And I start seeing like, what a slob she is.
Dude.
Like clothes everywhere, makeup everywhere. I'm like, yo, clean this up. Like I keep my house clean. Like what's up with you? You know, like you're coming to my house and now you're making a mess, you know?
Dude, girls are fucking messy.
Yeah.
Man.
Or like another test I did too is I go see what their car's like inside.
Oh, that initial like walk in the car.
Yeah.
If like shit, you open the door and shit's spilling out. You're like, oh, this bitch is fucking filthy, man.
And if the car's clean, then you check the trunk.
To see if they shoved everything.
If they shoved everything in the trunk, then you can tell if the bitch is organized or not.
So here's my whole thing, right? You always gotta check when you're in a girl's bedroom, like back in school, right?
Yeah.
When a girl's still living with her parents and shit, you gotta check under the bed and in the closet because it's the same theory as the trunk. She could just shove everything in the closet right before you come over, shove everything under the fucking bed, and it look fucking clean as shit. But you never open the closet, you never know. You never look under the bed,
Yep.
you never fucking know.
You never know. And it's just, and for me, it's just a cleanliness thing because I have OCD, so I like things like clean, you know. But I mean, like it goes to other things. Like, what if their eating habits, you know, bad? You know, you don't really know because if you go out, the only time you guys go out is go out eat, so you see her eat, you know. But when you're not eating with her, what if she's just eating like McDonald's every day? You know?
Hey, I ain't got nothing against that. Not every day.
No, I'm saying like she has like McDonald's every day. You never know, you know.
Well,
like,
that's gonna reflect on her body type.
maybe she has that. Maybe she has that type, or she just fucking digests food hella quick. You know, what I mean,
She's gonna be shitting all day. Dog. She's gonna be shitting all the time.
yo.
She's literally, if she can digest McDonald's and still keep her vigor, she's either fucking throwing that bitch up after she eats or she shits all day, all the time.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, we see chicks like that. They're like skinny as fuck, but their eating habits trash.
I mean, their health is probably fucked though.
Yeah. I mean, we know the internal organs and everything's like really trashed up, even though they're skinny and everything, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy.
No, that's true.
Let's be honest out here. Like, just because you're skinny does not mean you're healthy.
Yeah, did you see like all the fucking bulimic models and shit?
Yeah.
Like you can be a crackhead, you be hella skinny.
Yo,
Doesn't mean you're
speaking of that, the bulimic shit and models, that picture you sent me with the double standards for the woman and the guy. Yo,
yeah.
that's bullshit.
I'm gonna post it right here.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up here. But so basically, what you see is it's underwear, right? It was underwear, right?
It was,
Underwear
yeah.
and lingerie type thing, right? So you had all the guys on the bottom row, like boxers, briefs, underwear, whatever, and they're all 6-pack washboard abs.
Yeah.
Not necessarily they're buff or anything, but they just all have abs.
Yeah, they're like physically
Yeah,
fit.
they're fit guys. Yeah, they probably dehydrated themselves for like the last 2 days so they can have their abs showing.
Of course.
Yeah, but the women on top, it was like one skinny lady.
One that actually looked somewhat decent.
Yeah, like in shape and stuff like
Right.
that. And then the rest were all like, you know, they're not taking care of their diet. They're not being active. They're not being healthy. And I think there's one old lady, which was kind of
Yeah,
weird.
she was like an overweight old lady.
Yeah,
though.
but old ladies are usually, I imagine old ladies just to be.
Not really. I mean, there's Asian women and like, you know, like there's women who take care of
Yeah.
themselves. It's an excuse when you're like, oh, I'm old, so I don't have to take care of my body.
Yeah.
I get the whole hormone thing does affect you, but come on, you can still take control into your life and like eat a healthier diet.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to be the 70-year-old fucking grandfather that's still built as fuck. Well, probably not as big as this because it'll probably be heavy as fuck to lug around, but like healthy.
Let's be honest. We're probably gonna be juicing our balls off when we're older.
Hell yeah, steroids all day.
I know the moment I get old, I'm juicing the fuck up and I'm the most ripped, buff old man out there.
Hell yeah, but let's be honest. If you're gonna juice that hard, you're probably not gonna live until 70.
That's cool.
Yeah, why live a long life when you can have a good life?
I rather live a good life and enjoy myself and then fucking be in a wheelchair bed all day long. You know.
That's true.
You know.
No, but yeah, I thought that fucking thing was so stupid.
Yeah.
But I think there was a whole nother discussion behind that photo. The discussion is that women are accounted for more than half of the debt in the U.S. Women spend more than that. Men only spend about 30% of the, or are accounted for the 30% of like U.S. debts in the U.S. Right? Women account for fucking 70%, like 60-something% of the U.S. debt.
Yeah.
So that means they're spending more money. So what I'm thinking is that all this body shaming stuff, it's kind of like feminism, right? Feminism was created by advertisement agencies and corporations in order to get women to come to work during that period of time when men were going to war and then there wasn't enough men to go into the workforce. So they had to create some type of story, some type of hype to get women from house mom to become, hey, you know what? You can have a career too. Hey, you know, the whole poster of like that, whatever that's called, where she's got like the big and then she's like flexing her arm. That's the first like thing of feminism. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Women's rights and all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But, oh, dude, the abortion thing is going to be a whole nother topic. But, you know, feminism and the whole body shaming aspect is all created by media and advertisement so that women can consume more. You get what I'm saying? Because they own so much. Like, dude, if I'm a girl and I'm searching on some website and I see, oh, all these skinny girls, I can't fit that shit. I'm a little bit bigger. I'm a little bit thicker around the hips. You put a model like that on, I'm like, oh, this is the spot for me to come. Plus size girls, thicker girls, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? At the bottom is a bunch of fit dudes. So what does that tell you? Oh, that's the guy that I'm trying to be with. That's the man I picture myself being with. Not this fat fuck that I have at home. But you know what? I'm going to buy him that because maybe it'll make him look like that.
True.
I think it's a mental game that these advertisement agencies are playing on women. That's why they're playing like there's this whole movement of like, oh, no body shaming. But it's so terrible for women. Like I know some women that are overweight, extremely unhealthy. Some of them have taken that life into their hands where they're taking a diet, they're starting to work out and exercise, watch what the fuck they eat. Now they're able to have a kid. Then there's the other women who are complaining that, oh, I can't have a kid because blah, blah, blah. And this is a fact, bro.
Yeah.
Like I've talked to doctors about this shit where they've told me, most of the time, if a woman is overweight, she cannot get pregnant. Only some overweight women can get pregnant because it fucks with your hormones. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? When you're seeing a lot more of this body, like positive shit on social media and like where you're buying clothes and lingerie from, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. For your mentality, is probably good.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel like, you know, for as a consumer, if I want you to buy shit from me, works out. But from a health perspective, it's terrible.
No, I agree. I mean, you know, what I'm starting to realize, like everything that you see, like in the media happening and everything, and like all this other thing, there's always a money factor behind it.
100%.
For
capitalism.
So like, yeah, exactly. And you know, if the woman feels more comfortable about something, she'll buy it most likely. Us guys, we don't give a fuck. Like for example, the underwear guy, like the guy could be obese or abs. I'm not gonna give a fuck. I'm gonna be like, does that underwear look comfortable? You know. You know, so and then like for women, it's like if they see someone that's really fit or maybe obese, you know, maybe they'll be like, oh, I don't want to get it or something. I don't know how the woman would think about, you know, but like, you know, when you start getting to that point where you're just like, you know, you just start accepting yourself as it is and you don't want to become healthier, you're not doing yourself any good, you know. Like, you know, like these people are obese or overweight, like they're saying like, oh, this doesn't make me happy or whatever, you know. And then they're like getting through depression and everything. Like, dude, go hit the gym, go work out, go get in shape. Trust me, your depression is gonna be gone.
Dude, you know what's crazy that you say that? Whenever I saw somebody that was like really overweight when I was going to a public gym, I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck. But it's like, you know, because like I know in my head, if I was in that dude's shoes or that woman's shoes, right, and I was like really self-conscious about going to the gym and like trying to actively lose weight, I'd be like, fuck, I don't feel comfortable here. And I get that fact, right? But the fact that like you're putting yourself out there and you're saying, fuck it, Waku life, motherfucker, I'm gonna do it. That shit scares the fuck out of me, but I'm trying to achieve a goal. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Dude, whenever I see like really big guys at like, you know, the gym or something, like I give them a lot of props.
Hell yeah.
Like, dude, you're taking action to go change your health to better yourself, you know?
100%.
Like and you might not, you know, you're right now you might be fucking huge and everything feels heavy, you feel like trash, and it might be like a struggle to get to the gym, but you made it to the fucking gym. That's the hardest part, is to get to the fucking gym.
Hell yeah.
Hold up.
After you get to the gym,
All my niggas who be thinking we soft, we don't play.
but yeah, like after you get to the gym though, that's the easy part. You just get in there, knock out an hour and a half, and then you're good. You know?
You feel fucking good on it,
Oh, you
too,
feel
man.
great. When you have a good workout, like a solid fucking workout, nothing can ruin your day.
Dude, when you feel like you want to fucking throw up and shit, that feels fucking amazing. You're just like, I didn't waste my time. Because you know what? Like, I have sluggish days where I go into the gym and I just kind of sit and like take my time working out. Fucking hate that shit because I just feel like I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
But like the days where I go in there and I'm like heavily breathing hella hard, like my arms are on fire, my fucking back is on fire, my legs feel like they're about to fall off. That's when I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
like,
fucking crushed it.
Yeah, like today actually it was like when you know those days like we were just talking about, like you go to the gym and you're just like fatigued, you don't feel like it, dude. Today was one of those days where the energy did not seem like it was there. Like everything felt heavy as fuck.
I had the same exact day today.
But then you knock it out because you're like, I'm here, I'm gonna fucking make the best out of it, and I'm gonna pick this shit up even if it hurts me, don't say that because that's bad. But I'm gonna pick this up one way or another.
Because my mindset is stronger.
Because my mindset, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're there, and then after you're done with the workout, you feel great. You feel alive again. You're like, dang, I have energy. I should keep working out. But then, you know, got responsibility and everything.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But yeah, it's just anyone that's trying to get in shape, the hardest part is just to get to the gym.
Dude, it's that fucking like getting ready, putting your shit in the car, driving there. I get it.
I mean, you even have your gym in your garage, and I'm pretty sure it's a struggle some days just to go to the garage and hit the gym.
Oh, dude,
you know?
yeah. Like I honestly, I think having the gym here, it's so easily accessible. I mean, it costs me a lot of fucking money to put that shit in there because it is like an investment for sure. And like when I am in there, I do get distracted because I'm still home, but like it's so much easier to get there.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, I'm in here. I might as well put some fucking work in. I remember going to the gym, like, you know, going to LVAC, which is fucking like the closest one for the longest time from here was like 215 in Flamingo. And that was like a 15-minute, 20-minute drive. If we were riding our motorcycles, like maybe 10 minutes just fucking flying there.
Yeah.
Right. And that was like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it was a struggle to get there. And then if you had a good workout day when you got there, riding that motorcycle back was a fucking pain in the ass, especially if you hit leg day.
100%. And like I had a day like that yesterday too. Like, because usually I go in the morning.
Yeah.
Where like there's not much traffic, so I don't have to worry about fucking cars and all this stuff. And the gym's pretty much empty. But I decided I want to start adding one more day to my workout schedule because I work Tuesday to Friday. Right. But I was like, you know, I'm going to squeeze in Monday now because I just feel like I need it. So, but I went later on, like around 5, 6 o'clock. So there's rush hour. And I was thinking about this before I went to the gym. I was like, fuck, I am tired because the day before I only slept like 4 hours. I'm freaking beat from the weekend. You know, I don't want to hit the gym. Now I got to deal with traffic. Do I really want to go through traffic now?
And it's like breaking that cycle because you're not used to going to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, and now I'm like finding every excuse in the book to not go to the gym. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just stay home and make it another rest day. You know, I should eat probably, or I should go do this. Oh, you know, I could maybe do something on YouTube or on, you know, whatever. And I was like, no, fuck it. Go to the gym. And then I was like, nah, the gym's going to be busy and packed. I have to wait for equipment. And I was like, you know, fuck, I'm going to go. So I ended up going. And my energy level, everything was not there. So I went there and it was just like, the gym was crowded too. So
on Monday?
Yeah. Because at the time I go to my gym, it's packed with all the powerlifters and TikTokers. But yeah, I literally had to wait another 30 minutes for my gym. And the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, I should probably just go home. Why? But then I just told myself, don't be a bitch. Waku, baby. Yeah, and I did my workout, knocked it out, and I felt great afterwards.
Yeah, I love those days when you're like, fuck, I don't want to do it. And you do it. And it's just like, why didn't I want to do it?
But like the whole point I was trying to get across with that story was like, you're going to have days where you don't want to fucking go. And you're going to try to come up with every single excuse that you can kind of think of to not go.
That's me every day.
Yeah. But just go. Just do it. Just get there. Don't think about what you're going to work out. Just get your ass to the front door of the gym.
Yeah.
That's it. And then from there, you're like, I'm here. Might as well do something.
Yeah.
It's just the point to get in there is the hardest point. Just get there.
Seriously though, dude, like I'm telling you, even me having that gym in the garage is still a fucking trip, bro. It's like, God damn it. I have everything I fucking need. And I still fucking don't want to work out. Sometimes I'm just sitting there in between like workouts and shit. It takes a fucking minute. But one thing I don't do is I don't skip out on any workout.
Yeah.
Even if it takes me 2 hours to get through my workout, I will hit every single one. And it's like, yeah, I won't take like a long break in between like my working sets, but I'll fucking take like a break after my workout, like my one workout. Like, let's say I'm doing biceps. I'll hit the biceps and then I'll take like, I don't know, like I'll kind of spaz out, especially like when you're on your phone and social media and shit, you kind of like get distracted a little bit. But then I know I'm already done with my biceps. Now it's time to move on to the next better thing. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let's hit fucking traps or whatever is in my schedule. But I won't ever skip on a fucking workout. Unless it's like I'm maxing out and then like I'm like, fuck, I can't do that shit anymore. I'm done. Yeah. Like it's a safety issue.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at your body too and listen to your body too. You know, not to the lame excuses, but listen to like your body as far as like certain pains, injuries or fatigue or something. Because sometimes you're just fatigued. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go through a hard week of workout, and even your normal life will like affect your like your fatigue levels. You know, and sometimes you're just drained to the point where like if you try to go heavy or do something, you might just injure yourself. So you know, those days just go light.
Dude, I am currently riding a fatigue wave.
Me too.
100%. I've been running this fucking 16-week program 4 times now. And I've probably taken like a week off, probably in between.
Yeah.
But that's not enough.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's just like hypertrophy. I didn't know you're supposed to stack weight in it. But like it just came in like a weird time where it's like, now springtime is here, summertime is here. You can't like power build, right? And then like get that fucking body that you want during the season, because that's when you need like high intake of calories so you can bulk the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to slim the fuck down. I'm not trying to get bigger and shit. Dude, I'm having trouble now. Like I'm running out of breath more often going upstairs, and I've been cutting my body fat, like my belly fat. It's going down. But like I think my muscle mass is now getting to the point where I'm like,
oh, it's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm getting heavier and shit. I'm like, God damn it, bro.
No, dude, that's true. Like being big, muscular wise, is a lot too.
Yeah.
Like being fat's one thing, but being muscular wise is another thing too. Like I remember when I before I started working at the club again, right? Because you know I got fucking big. I went from 170 to 210, dude. When we went back to the club for auditions at 210, dude, I was out of breath. Just me walking on stage, I was sweating. My joints and my knees were in pain from doing these flips and shit, because that's 200 pounds of my mass just slamming onto my joints doing all these tricks, you know. So it's like, yeah, you're gonna feel it too, like, right, like so I had to cut down because I was like, my legs are gonna get fucking destroyed. But I think with that part though, like as far as like bulking, I don't think you need too much excessive calories, because I think the way I feel about it is like, you know, some people think, you know, the bigger you are, the more weight you can move.
Hold on, going back to the knees thing.
Yeah.
I think it's like if for every pound of weight, it's like 3 pounds to your knees.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so every pound you gain is like 3 pounds to your knees. Imagine like taking 5,000 steps on average.
Oh shit.
A day.
Yeah.
Math that out, motherfuckers.
Damn. So I'm going. All right. Let's see. I think my resting body weight, like without being active or having any muscle, like built muscle or anything like that, I'm probably at like 160, 165, I would say.
Damn.
So that's what I'm at, like 195 right now. So that's almost like 30 pounds. Yeah, it's about 30.
Dude, how much?
About 195 right now.
Damn, I'm 165 right now.
Yeah, so I should be at your weight, like with like no fat.
I should be at like 120, 130, skinny as fuck.
So that's like what, 30 pounds? So you said 3 pounds?
Yeah.
Dang, that's like 90 pounds on my knees.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Damn, no wonder my knees always hurt.
Yeah, I know. And then stacking like more weight on top of your fucking squats, bro. Shit.
Damn.
That's why knee sleeves come in handy.
Oh, dude, knee sleeves are lifesavers for your knees, for sure, 100%. There's no way I'll be trying to go up to 500 all the time.
Dude, those fucking SBDs or SD.
No, I got insert ones this time.
Oh, are they better?
Yeah, they're so much better, bro.
Really?
Yeah, like, so the SBD ones, I have to go with a small because they're loose and they're not that tight. But these insert ones, I have to go with a medium, and they a struggle to put on. A struggle. Like, I'm just like, ugh. I'm breaking a sweat just putting on some knee sleeves.
Nice.
like-
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm thicker around my thighs, so like a medium on the SBDs is like fucking.
Oh, then you probably want like a large on these.
Yeah.
If it's that big, because I go for a medium on these.
Oh, actually,
SBD
no,
is
you're right.
small.
I have a large. It's not even mediums. It's a large
really?
on SBDs.
From SBD?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
Dude, I have some thick ass thighs.
Dang, that's pretty thick. Cause I could go small on mine.
I'm a thick thigh gym bro, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like I have like most of my mass on my upper quad.
Yeah.
My lower quad doesn't really have that much
Dude,
mass on
I'm
it.
thick, bro, because I got shorter legs.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's another thing people have to need to should realize too. Like your body type, even though you're working out, you might not see that much muscle mass, even though you're gaining weight. But like depending on like the length of your arms and everything, it could determine how much muscle you actually show. You know,
Wait, what do you mean?
if
by
that makes sense.
Hold on, can you explain that again?
Like for example, like right now I'm at like 195, and I'm pretty big, but I don't look that big. You know.
Oh, because like you're
Because my arms are lengthy, you know, so like my biceps don't look that big,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
everything doesn't look because everything's linked, like stretched out.
Yeah.
But when like for example you're gonna look more buffer next to me,
Yeah.
you know, because you're a little bit shorter, your
Yeah.
muscles are more like compact.
Yeah, makes
you know?
sense. It's like the dick size.
Yeah,
You heard
yeah.
of that shit?
Yeah.
It's like the average dick size is like 5.5 inches, right? Or some shit like that. I don't know, US standard. But I saw
US standard.
US standard. So like fucking I saw a chart where it's like if you're a shorter guy with an average dick size, your dick is huge, right?
Yeah.
Because you're a shorter dude. It's like muscle, same thing.
Yeah.
If like we're the same muscle weight or size in muscle or whatever, because I'm shorter, I look thicker. Mm-hmm. And then the taller guys, could you imagine being like 7 feet and having an average dick? Like a basketball player with an average dick size?
Your dick would look small.
Tiny as shit. It would be
Yeah.
like a baby dick.
Even though it's 6 inches, it still looks small.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, that's true. It's true because my thighs got bigger and my dick looks smaller. But I know it didn't get smaller. It's the same size. It's just next to my thighs, when I'm comparing to my thighs, it looks smaller. But if I lay down flat, it looks the same.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
No, but when I saw that chart, I was like, wow, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
This is just the things that you don't think about, you know, just because like,
Yeah.
just
Say, I don't want to
Yeah.
picture a 7 feet
Yeah.
dude with a average size cock. I'm expecting him to have like one of.
But what if you're like 7 feet tall and you have a micro penis?
Damn, it's like fuck. Have you seen
So it looks like a jelly bean.
that movie Bedazzled with
No.
Brandon Fraser?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, it's the fucking funniest movie. So basically, falls in love with this girl, right? And he's like a total beta male. And he runs into like this devil, and she's like, I can't remember who she's played by. She's super beautiful actress back in the day. Anyway, so she grants some wishes. But one scene, right? He was like, oh, I want to be like super famous. I want to have like, I just want to be like extremely athletic and blah, blah, blah. And then it cuts to like the scene, like they fall out of the sky or whatever. He's an NBA player and he's like super fucking tall. And the girl that he likes is a fucking reporter, right? And the reporter's like, oh, she's kind of like a slut in a way. And then she like sees his dick and it's a micro dick. And he's like, oh no, it's so funny because when you said 7 feet with this micro dick, that's what I pictured, dude.
Look, that sucks.
Dude, no, but
That would
for real though,
suck.
for real, that would fucking suck.
Like a micro penis on a midget would be like, oh, okay. Like it probably won't look as small, but then it'd still be small.
it's something that you expect,
but it'll be
right?
kind of matching, you know?
It kind of something you
Yeah.
expect, but like,
But then you see a 7 foot dude with a micro penis, you're like, God damn, what the fuck?
dude, that's actually something I don't want to search up, but I'm very curious about. Like if it's like a fucking short person with a fucking just an average dick, because then it would look huge.
Yeah.
Just an average penis size. I wonder if that dwarfism actually affects their dicks too.
I don't know.
That's something really interesting that I want to know.
That's a good question.
Yep. It says there are many different conditions that result in little people, but most of them, the genitals are not affected. And you know what's crazy? Because I think I've heard stories of like girls like getting with like midgets or hanging out with like guys that are like little people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They always said like, oh yeah, he's got like a huge dick, and it's like kind of like, well, that makes sense. It's probably just an average sized dick, but
Yeah.
on a dwarf, like somebody who's like has dwarfism, it's probably like a big ass dick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the other thing you have to think about too, though, like when you watch porn or whatever,
Yeah.
dude, like our hand sizes compared to a female hand size is
yeah.
completely different, right? And the female's typically smaller than the male.
That's true.
So in the pornos, you might see an average size dick that's like, like 5.5, 6 inches or whatever.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But because the woman's pretty much all you see is the woman's hands on in her mouth, it looks huge to the viewer.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of things are up to perception.
It is all it's a camera tactic.
Yeah, it's all camera
dude,
tactics.
Dude, like, come on, everybody knows I do photography and videography on the side, and like when I shot adult film, it's all about perception.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, though, it is a lot easier. It's like when we have a beautiful girl that's like naturally beautiful. It's easier 100% to just take a photo of her and do less editing. And like, it is true. Like some of these guys are probably like average size or a little bit above average. So it looks bigger, but like when you add that like perception to it, it just makes it look like it's a fucking like a forearm, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like saying like, you're like an average size height dude, like almost like 5'10" or what, 5'11". Yeah, 5'7".
Yeah.
Right. And then this chick's fucking 4'5".
Yeah.
Or 5 feet at most,
Yeah.
so she's fucking tiny.
Yeah.
So she's
like 90 pounds max.
Yeah, exactly. So in your eyes, when she's holding your dick, you're like, damn, my dick is big, you know. But you're just an average sized dick,
Average size
Just
dick.
average
But
size.
the length of the penis doesn't actually matter, though.
No, it's the thickness.
It's the thickness that matters.
Thickness.
Every girl that I've ever met has always said the penis length does not matter. It's all about how thick it is. Because like, how would you feel if a 10-inch skinny dick was smashing the shit out of your cervix?
It sounds like you'll be stabbing something.
Exactly. It's like a pin needle stabbing you in the most sensitive area of your vagina. That's crazy.
That shit sounds painful.
I want to know what girls prefer, like a Coke can cock, or like, I don't know what to compare it to. I wouldn't say like a chopstick because that's not really realistic.
It'll be like those fat Sharpie pencils. The fat Sharpies. You know what I'm talking about? The fat Sharpies.
But like a longer version of it.
Right? I think that's reasonable for a not girthy penis.
What what if it was like a screwdriver? Like with a fat like end, but like that was the head of it, and then the rest of it, like the penis was like just a thin portion. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like it was like the head of it was like the handle,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it was just like the bar with the little.
Dude, I don't think that shit would stand.
It would just like it would just bend.
It'll become a pendulum. Because it just doesn't seem like there'll be enough blood flow in the shaft to be able to hold the head.
It's kind of like a balloon animal when they first blow the first part of air, and it's like that little thin strip, but then it's like air.
You could probably whack someone really hard with it, because like if you think about it, like it's like a sock with rocks. All the weight's in the end of it, so when you swing it, it collects more momentum. So you could probably like really.
It'd be like an ultimate dick slap.
Yeah, so you can like really slap someone with it because it's such a thin shaft and a big
Nice.
fat head.
You just see his dick break off. It just flies across the room.
That's all you hear.
It just knocks her out.
Mushroom print. Thanks for watching WakuRadio. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Follow us on our pages. Follow us on our personal pages. Come say what's up. If you want to see us talk about a certain topic, put it in the comments. Let us know. Waku Life.